outstanding debaters, and cherished guests of the debate. Today's motion is this House support the 6:30 a.m. school start rule for high school students in Indonesia. As the government team, we fully support and agree with the Indonesian government initiative to implement a 6:30 a.m. school start time for a high school student. And this is not merely a policy but a strategic step forward, a step toward educational reform. It aims not only to restructure learning habits but also to strengthen student character development, especially in discipline and responsibility. This aligns this aligns with the current curriculum, especially Merdeka curriculum, which is designed to foster student character as one of its main goals. In the broader context of character development and global competitiveness, this policy helps young people, especially school-age youth, become more productive by utilizing morning hours wisely. It also supports the formation of a time-conscious culture from an early age. And now I will explain two main reasons why this policy deserves full support. First, maximizing brain's performance. Scientifically, human cognitive functions such as attention, short-term memory, and processing speed are at their peak between 7 and 11 a.m. At a 2021 study published in the Journal of Neuroscience showed that the frontal cortex responsible for critical thinking and problem solving becomes more active about an hour after waking up. Starting school at 6:30 a.m. allows students to begin their day with preparation, commuting, and adaptation time. So by the time classes start, their brains are working optimally. To ensure this runs smoothly, adjustment can be made without burdening students. For example, a school can schedule a easier subject in the earliest season to help students adapt gradually. Second, building discipline and share routines, especially with family. Share routine, especially with family. This policy is not implemented uh, arbitrarily. Arbitrarily, one of its purpose is to train students in managing time and building a discipline from a young age. According to data from Indonesia Central Statistic Agency (RBPS) in 20 and 22, 43 high school students had been late to school at least once a week. If left underdressed, this trend could lead to an undisciplined generation. This new policy is expected to help students manage their sleeping and working patterns more effectively. It may also encourage greater parental involvement in guiding children's routines. For families who rarely spend time together due to different schedules, this could be a solution. Parents can drop off their children early before heading to work, and this shows that this discipline is not only impact in student life but also in a family relationship. This policy is not yet implemented, but there are key aspects that must be considered to ensure smooth execution. First, the government must not only support the idea but also take active steps to make it successful. One proposal is to provide free school transportation as a subsidy, especially since public transport is still limited in the early morning hours. This would great benefit students who live far away from the school or rural from the school. The government should also educate parents on how to help students maintain healthy sleep schedule with their supporting measure, transportation, and sleep guidance, thoughtful lesson planning. The 6:30 a.m. start policy can promote not only academic progress but also foster discipline and punctuality and also responsibility. Thank you. Dear honorable judges, respected debaters, and everyone present, the motion for today is this House support the 6:30 a.m. school start rule for high school students in Indonesia. As the opposition team, we disagree with the opinion that the government should support the policy of moving the school start time to 6:30 a.m. We believe that this policy would not be effective in improving student learning process or improve their discipline or responsibility. Instead, this policy may cause excessive psychological and mental pressure, which would actually be counterproductive to student learning motivation. This can be seen from the perspective of adolescents' biological condition, family social factors, and the limited availability of transportation in Indonesia. And here I will explain two main points why we disagree with this motion. The first is health and psychosocial balance. According to research by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine in 2019 and the Sleep Foundation 2020, 20 high school students or adolescents tend to have a delayed circadian rhythm or biological clock compared to children and adults, yet they still require 8 until 10 hours of sleep per day. Advising the school start time to 6:30 a.m. without considering adolescents' natural schedule will only lead to sleep deprivation, which negatively impact on concentration, increase the risk of depression, and can even result in accident due to fatigue. UNICEF Indonesia 20 and 23 reported that 62% of high school students experience sleep deprivation due to packed schedules and excessive assignment. Implementing this policy would worsen their condition. We also cannot guarantee that students will be able to go to bed early, as various social and family factors may force them to stay up or perhaps to support family income maybe or for others' responsibilities. Therefore, this policy would only aggravate the situation. Second, unequal access to transportation. We all know that many schools in Indonesia don't provide free transportation for students. If schools start uniformly at 6:30 a.m., students without adequate transport will be heavily burdened, especially those who live far away and would have to leave home shortly after dawn or early traveling in dim, quiet conditions could pose serious risks to student safety. According to Indonesian Central Bureau of Statistics or Central Statistic Agency, 45% of high school students commute over 30 minutes to school. If this policy is implemented with promise of school bus distribution, its execution would not be immediate or widespread. Instead of pushing school times early, we should focus on effective learning management. Learning can be designed to be high impact, active, and geared toward deeper understanding. We can look to developed countries like Japan, the UK, US, which have shown that an early start time is not necessary as long as time management and curriculum implemented are efficient. This allows students to grow without being physically and mentally strained. And rather than using discipline as a justification for early to start, many alternative methods can foster student discipline and productivity. One such method is the School-Wide Positive Behavior Support or SWPBS, a structured program that rewards and monitors positive behavior and has proven successful in many countries, all without requiring students to wake up before dawn or early. For instance, school can implement a punctuality scoring system with appreciation point, motivational coaching, and time management training as part of life skill curricula. In addition, daily activities could begin with a homeroom meeting at 7:30 a.m. or 8 a.m. to instill discipline in a way that still respect adolescents' biological rhythm, ensuring that students remain healthy and focused. This strategy is far more effective and humane than advancing school time to 6:30 a.m. Thank you.